I switched fighting styles once and instantly doubled my damage output in 3rd C PvP. One switch. That is it. If you pick your fighting style based on what looks cool, you are probably losing half your damage every single fight. I am not exaggerating. Most Blox Fruits players lock in Electric Claw or Death Step because of how they look in a combo video, and then wonder why they keep getting deleted by players running Godhuman. Your fighting style is not a cosmetic choice. It is the difference between winning and being clipped. This video breaks down the 5 fighting styles you need to know, what each one actually does to your damage, and which ones are straight up wrong for your build. There are over a dozen fighting styles in Blox Fruits right now, and almost every new player gets this decision wrong, not because they are bad players, but because nobody actually explains the math behind it. We are talking about Blox Fruits damage multipliers, stun frames, combo potential with specific devil fruits, and how each fighting style interacts with Buso Hockey and Ken Hockey. I tested all 5 of these styles myself across 2nd C and 3rd C against real bosses and real players. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which Blox Fruits fighting style fits your build and which ones you should stop using immediately. Number 5 is Electric Claw. And I want to be clear, Electric Claw is not bad. It is genuinely good. But most players who use it are using it wrong, and that gap matters. Electric Claw costs 5,000 fragments to learn from the previous hero in the 2nd C. Its Z move, Thunderclap, is one of the fastest gap closers in the entire game. It hits hard, it looks insane, and it chains into almost any combo. So why is it number 5 on this list? Because its damage ceiling is lower than every other style we are about to cover. In full 3rd C PvP with Buso Hockey stacked, Electric Claw tops out at around 6,500 to 7,200 damage per full combo on a player with decent health stats. Compare that to what Godhuman or Dragon Talon can do, and the gap becomes obvious. Electric Claw is a great transitional fighting style. It is perfect for mid-game players grinding through the 2nd C, fighting bosses like the Soul Reaper or the Cake Queen. But if you are sitting in the 3rd C and still using Electric Claw as your main PvP tool, you are leaving serious damage on the table. Use it to climb. Do not use it to finish. Number 4 is Superhuman. This one surprises people. Superhuman requires you to max out 4 fighting styles before you can even unlock it. Beast Instinct, Dark Step, Water Kung Fu, and Dragon Breath, all at 300 mastery. That is a massive time investment. Most players hit that wall and switch to something easier to unlock. Big mistake. Superhuman is one of the cleanest combo starters in Blox Fruits because of its Z move, Beast Owl Pounce. It locks the opponent in place. Stun frames on Beast Owl Pounce last just long enough to drop your full M1 string with Buso Hockey active. We are talking consistent 7,000 plus damage windows if you land the full sequence. It also synergizes extremely well with fruit combos. If you are running Dough Fruit, Superhuman into Dough Z into Dough X into Superhuman X is one of the highest burst damage combos you can execute in 2nd C and early 3rd C play. The problem is players see the unlock requirement and give up. Do not do that. Superhuman is the foundation that most mid-tier combo players build on for a reason. Grind the 4 prerequisites, unlock it, and your damage consistency goes up immediately. Number 3 is Dragon Talon, and this is where the damage numbers start getting scary. Dragon Talon costs 3,000 fragments plus 400 bones to unlock from the mysterious entity in the 3rd C. That bone requirement means you are farming haunted castle enemies or grinding Halloween-adjacent content to even access it. Worth every single bone. Dragon Talon's X move, Flaming Dragon Kick, deals one of the highest single-hit damage outputs of any fighting style move in the game. With full Buso Hockey, decent fighting style stats, and the Dragon Race equipped, a clean Flaming Dragon Kick can push past 8,000 damage in one hit. But here is the thing, Dragon Talon is not just about raw damage. Its fire-based moves passively apply a burn status on opponents. That burn ticks for additional damage over time, which means even if your opponent disengages, they are still losing health. Against slow bosses like the Cursed Captain or the Island Empress in 3rd C, that burn shreds through health bars passively while you reposition. Dragon Talon is especially broken when you pair it with Dragon Race V4 because the racial ability boosts fire-based damage multipliers. The synergy is not a coincidence. The developers basically built Dragon Talon around that pairing. Number 2 is where this whole list flips on its head. Number 2 is Godhuman. This is the best pure PvP fighting style in Blox Fruits right now, and it is not particularly close. Godhuman requires you to have 300 mastery in Superhuman, Electric Claw, Death Step, and Dragon Talon before you can unlock it. Yes, all 4. And it costs 5,000 fragments on top of that. The unlock grind is brutal, but the reward is a fighting style that outputs the highest consistent damage per combo in the entire game. Godhuman's Z move, Thunderclap and Flash Fist, is a multi-hit attack that staggers opponents and stacks Buso Hockey damage on each individual hit. In a full Godhuman combo with Kin Hockey active, experienced 3rd C players regularly land 12,000 to 15,000 total combo damage against opponents with no specific resistances. That is enough to two-shot most PvP builds. Its X move, Divine Punishment, extends the combo window, giving you time to chain in a fruit move without the opponent recovering. This is why you see Godhuman in almost every top-tier PvP build right now. It pairs with Leopard, Dragon, and Control Fruit because all 3 of those have fast activation Z moves that fit cleanly inside the Godhuman combo window. If you are serious about 3rd C PvP, Godhuman is the target. Everything else is a stepping stone. The next one is going to divide the comment section. Number 1 on the list of most misused fighting styles is Death Step. Not because it is weak, because players treat it as a permanent main style when it is actually a specialist tool. Death Step costs 5,000 belly and 3 fragments from the Dark Step teacher in the 1st C after you hit 400 mastery with Dark Step. It is accessible early, and it looks incredible. Blue fire explosions on every kick, insane visual feedback. So players fall in love with it and never move on. Here is the actual breakdown. Death Step does solid damage in 2nd C content. Against NPCs, grinding enemies, and bosses like Rip Indra in his early phases, Death Step is perfectly competitive. Its Z move, Hellfire Kick, has a 2.2-second stun and deals around 5,500 damage with full Buso Hockey in 2nd C scaling. Totally usable. But in 3rd C, specifically against players who have unlocked Instinct V2 or Kin Hockey at high levels, Death Step moves get read and dodge consistently. The moves are telegraphed. Experienced players time their Kin Hockey dodges around Hellfire Kick because the startup animation is visible for too long. So here is how to actually use Death Step correctly. Use it as a grinding style in the 1st C and early 2nd C. Use it to farm bones at the Haunted Castle because the AoE on its kicks clears groups fast. Then transition to Dragon Talon or Godhuman when you hit 3rd C. Death Step is not a mistake to unlock. It is a mistake to stay on. So here is the full picture. Death Step and Electric Claw are great for the journey, but do not treat them as final destinations. Superhuman is your mid-game damage foundation, and every serious player should grind it. Dragon Talon is an elite 3rd C tool with fire synergy that most players sleep on. And Godhuman is the peak PvP fighting style in Blox Fruits right now. Full stop. Your Blox Fruits damage is directly tied to this decision. Pick based on your build, not based on how something looks in a combo clip. If this breakdown saved your combo, drop a like. It genuinely helps the channel. Subscribe to Roblox today for more guides like this every single week. And comment below, which fighting style are you running right now? I want to see what you are working with.